Okay. So, as you guys can already tell, it's raining outside, so it is more difficult than you think to make some good content when it's raining. Because I can't really install any parts, I can't really just like cruise around, it's just, mic gets all wet, it's awful. Anyway, so in today's video, I was supposed to make this a couple days ago. It's basically just an update on what's going on with the whole California exhaust law. And a bunch of people are getting state refed, everyone's getting pulled over. And this is just kind of to answer everyone's questions as far as what's going on with my Tomei exhaust. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Hawkeye hasn't really been driving around for basically since that law was initiated. And it's just down the driveway. I'm scared. And let me just kind of explain why and what my plan is and all that sort of stuff. So I know that there was a lot of confusion originally when this new law or $1,000 exhaust ticket kind of came up, and everyone was kind of freaking out and everyone was getting state ref and all this stuff. And I wasn't about it. I just haven't been driving my car. And also, just to answer the question now about the Tomei, it is currently, let's just say it's on hold. I did email the guy because I was going to surprise you guys. The Tomei probably would have been here by now. I found a guy down south who was getting one earlier than Rally Sport. I had it all lined up. And I still plan on getting one, but let me just kind of touch back on that. But as far as right now, Tomei's on hold. I had to cancel my order. So yeah, I know, just insert the freaking right now, like everyone's depressed. So that is, I'm super bummed on that, but it just wouldn't make sense for me to, like I already said, install $1,000 exhaust, get a bunch of attention from the cops because it's super hot right now, get pulled over, have to get state refed, go back to stock. It just wasn't worth it for me, so that's why I had to put it on hold. I'm just going to kind of work on aesthetics and handling all that stuff for now until kind of things calm down. But let me read you guys a couple things that I found. This is not my looking up. This is just, I'll give credit to Bay Area Car Meets. I'm sure a lot of people follow him. And basically, I'm just going to read this thing. And so essentially what it's saying is what everyone's freaking out about is the whole, it's AB 1824. I believe that's what this is. And essentially what I got from reading all this is nothing has technically changed as far as like how the law is written. And basically, if a cop pulls you over and you have a signed certificate, if you go to bar, you can get a signed certificate that says that your exhaust system is in compliance. And it basically says it's quieter than 95 decibels. What I'm reading from this is if you have that certificate in your car, you get pulled over, they're trying to say your exhaust is too loud. You can basically show them that and you'll be good to go. That's basically what I got from what I just read. But my issue is I live in California, which you have to have smog, you have to have your catalytic converters and all this stuff, right? Which in the Hawkeye, don't tell anyone, I don't. So if I was to get pulled over with a Tomei, for example, it'd be super loud, so I'd get pulled over, and then they would try to give me the ticket because it's probably louder than 95 decibels with the catless downpipe. He would pop my hood, then I'd have to go to the state referee, and for me to go back to stock and get it ready for state ref, I would need to basically put in a stock engine. It would honestly be cheaper just because of how far I have gone with my build. It is just so not worth it. It's not worth the risk of me having to go back to stock. So what I think my legitimate options are, a lot of people were saying that I should just go register my car out of state. And I know there's a couple people that live in Montana, and I could technically do that if I visited every so often and all that stuff. But basically, you go down like a super gnarly wormhole of all these things you have to do to be in compliance with being a resident of Montana. I have to say that I work there and all this stuff. Is it worth me getting hassled by cops if I get pulled over multiple times with Montana plates, even though I live in California, and then possibly get get into some sort of fraud thing, and then the IRS is gonna come after me, and it's just, is it worth it just having a catless downpipe? That I'm not sure of yet. So I'm thinking what I'm leaning more towards, which I really don't want to do, is figure out some performance parts that I can get for the Hawkeye that are just in compliance with the laws as far as right now. So that would mean putting on a stock downpipe, but I think I could still run a Tomei with that stock downpipe, which no one wants to run a stock downpipe when you have like a big turbo. You want to let it breathe, all this stuff, but that's kind of seeming like what I have to do, which is super unfortunate. And also I'd have to change like my intake system, like all this stuff, just in case I actually do get pulled over and a cop pops my hood and I have a freaking blue intake manifold and the front mount and all this stuff. Obviously it would not be in compliance with the law of California. So I don't know. I know I'm kind of rambling right now, but essentially the entire point of this video is just to kind of update you guys as far as a lot of people wanted to hear my thoughts on that law and how it is affecting me, people in my area. I've gotten multiple people that I know personally that have already gotten pulled over and state refed, and their cars like only have like headers or like a full exhaust, and I'm like way far past that. So it'd take so much money for me to go back to stock. So that's why I'm tripping out more than a lot of people, I guess. So I don't know. I think kind of like the main plan is get my car relatively in compliance, I would say. Maybe just throw on stock downpipe and a quiet air exhaust. And it's not that I drive my car like super crazy everywhere. I do abide by all laws, and I make sure, make complete stops, and I just cruise it. And I make sure that I don't draw that much attention, but it just kind of sucks right now because I know a lot of cops are just kind of on the prowl for like any modified car. So I could just get pulled over for the way my car looks essentially at this point. So that's why I just really want it to kind of die down and not have so much attention on modified cars, which just kind of sucks because I don't mind. I like the way my car looks, but the way my car looks, I know cops will just want to pull it over and pop my hood, which it sucks because it's profiling someone or assuming something. I don't think it's, I don't know. I definitely don't think it's fair. I think it sucks that car enthusiasts that are actual true car enthusiasts that just build a car to enjoy it instead of build a car to just like whatever street race and swing it and all this stuff. Yeah, it's fun, but ruining it for a lot of people if you do that, and that's why cops are pulling everyone over, because they think everyone street races if their car is modified at all. So it does kind of suck, but at the end of the day, I'm sure, this will probably maybe just will blow by. People will just get, it'll be normal, and maybe cops will stop harassing just a general car enthusiast. I really do try to keep it chill around my neighborhood. I don't really have any problems here. I don't live like deep in the Bay Area. I live like more on like the coast. So people are pretty chill out here, but I don't know. It was super sketchy. It kind of sucks that I do love driving my car, but I haven't driven it in a while. But that's basically the update for you guys. That's pretty much all I had to say. If you have any tips or advice or, other options that you think I should do with the Hawkeye to kind of bring it back on the road and bring it back safely so I don't freaking draw a bunch of attention. That's another reason why I don't really want to get a big wing, because it's like you have a huge wing on a Subaru. There's like, oh, pull that kid over. Even if I'm, just going the speed limit, just cruising, they'll just, I don't know. I'm scared, and I just really, really, really cannot afford to get pulled over. So that is pretty much that. There's a few other options that I'm trying to look into, kind of figure it out, make sure, my car is safe, I'm safe, everyone's all good. Anyway, I'm pretty much rambling at this point. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, or at least learned something about what's going on with this. I do have a fair bit of modifications coming for the Hawkeye. One more quick thing to add is I did register for a show. It's hosted by Clean Culture, which does like the SoCal season closer and openers. Their shows are known to just be like super huge, and it's the first time they're coming to NorCal. So I did register for that show. So if you're going to be in the Bay Area, make sure you come check it out. I'm actually going to look up the date so you guys can mark your calendars. I actually got a text message that says, "Congratulations, Alex. Your 2006 Subaru WRX has been accepted to compete in NorCal Stadium Showcase." Bada bing, bada boom. So my car is 100% registered. I made it into the show, which is pretty cool. This is going to be my first like real big show minus Subi Fest. This is more of like a generalized show instead of like a only Subaru show. So I'm interested to see how my car is going to do. I plan on having a fair bit amount of mods done by March, so that will be pretty legit. I'm going to be showing off some new stuff at the show. So come through, say what's up. A lot of people said to you guys you wanted to meet me if you live in the Bay Area. I love more than anything meeting people. Like at SubiFest, I met probably like 50 or 60 people, which is super sick. So every single day, the AV gang, or whatever you want to call it, is getting bigger and bigger. So I'm super stoked on it. I hope you guys are too. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.